The Iraqi Dinar RV. Is the global financial reset closer than we think? In the often overlooked corners of international finance, quiet but determined community of investors has held on to a shared belief that the Iraqi Dinar, IQD, and Vietnamese Dong, VND, could one day revalue, bringing with them a financial transformation of historic scale. For years, this belief has been buoyed by speculation, research, and occasional insider chatter. But today, the narrative feels different. Not because of the usual hype or recycled rumors, but because of tangible developments that suggest real momentum behind the scenes. For many who've followed this journey for years, through false starts, setbacks, and conflicting updates, the atmosphere now carries a gravity it hasn't before. Financial institutions, currency exchange centers, and private investor groups appear to be responding to changes not with curiosity, but with action. Something significant may be in motion, and for those who've patiently held their currency, this could be the moment they've been preparing for. From hope to indicators. This space has never lacked optimism. What it has lacked, at times, is credible alignment between signs and action. But over recent weeks, there has been a noticeable uptick in credible movement. Insiders have reported updates to foreign exchange systems, particularly overnight, outside standard banking hours. These are not routine technical updates. They include compliance changes, back-end infrastructure modifications, and training protocols for bank staff. Some even claim that internal memos have circulated within major banks, alerting select staff to operational shifts expected in the coming days. Reports, still unofficial, suggest that Chase Bank and other institutions may have contacted clients directly, advising them to prepare for potential currency exchanges. If true, this kind of communication would have to pass through layers of legal and compliance review, a level of scrutiny not taken lightly. For banks to engage at this level, they must believe with reasonable certainty that change is imminent. Why it matters now: if you've invested in the Iraqi Dinar or Vietnamese Dong, this moment matters. The signs point to more than speculation. They suggest preparation. Banks don't update foreign exchange systems in silence or roll out new procedures unless they expect real, high-impact transactions. Some institutions are even rumored to be setting up dedicated redemption centers, secured locations specifically designed to handle large-scale currency exchanges in privacy and compliance with financial regulations. This level of readiness raises an important question. What are they getting ready for? While the full scope remains under wraps, the implications are clear. Quiet moves by financial giants typically indicate serious preparation. And if you're a holder of IQD or VND, now is the time to ensure you're ready, not just emotionally, but practically. Getting prepared. If this RV happens, and it's still an if, the impact could be life-changing. So being prepared is critical. That means gathering all necessary documentation, original purchase receipts, certificates of authenticity, valid ID, and any records that prove ownership. Currency should be in good condition, verifiable, and easily authenticated. Some banks may ask for tax identification numbers, especially in jurisdictions with strict financial reporting laws. It's also possible that wealth advisors will be made available post-exchange to assist with sudden financial windfalls. This isn't just about converting currency. It's about responsibly managing what could be a once-in-a-lifetime event. The question of rates. One of the most debated topics is the potential new value of the Iraqi Dinar and Vietnamese Dong. Though no official rate changes have been announced, many long-time analysts suggest that the IQD could return to values seen prior to the early 2000s, perhaps 2 to 3 times its current rate. The VND is also thought to be undervalued, with potential to double or even triple, depending on regional economic reforms and international trade dynamics. Even modest revaluations could generate significant returns for holders, especially those who invested early. But beyond personal gain, the ripple effects could be enormous, influencing global debt structures, trade agreements, and even the role of reserve currencies in the international system. A potential global ripple effect. While the spotlight is on Iraq and Vietnam, a revaluation wouldn't exist in a vacuum. Currency values are foundational to global finance. A shift in IQD or VND values would have far-reaching implications, particularly if other emerging markets follow suit. Such an event could trigger a broader conversation about a global monetary reset, a rebalancing of the world's financial architecture. Countries burdened by undervalued currencies might suddenly become viable players in international trade. Sovereign debt could be restructured, and long-standing assumptions about the dominance of the US dollar and euro could be challenged. Central banks, private equity firms, and sovereign wealth funds are reportedly paying close attention. The financial world knows that if this happens, it could set a precedent, and possibly a roadmap, for the restructuring of other global currencies. Staying grounded. While excitement is building, it's important to remain cautious. A history of false starts has left many investors wary, and for good reason. Just because the signs are strong doesn't mean the finish line is guaranteed. Geopolitical changes, central bank policies, or global crises could delay or even derail a potential revaluation. That's why investors are encouraged to stay informed, not reactive. Use this time to consult with professionals, licensed financial planners, tax experts, and attorneys who can help you manage potential wealth responsibly and legally. Rely less on internet forums and more on verified, trustworthy information. Final thoughts. The systems that manage global finance rarely make noise before a shift. They whisper. Quiet banking updates, private client briefings, discreet meetings. These are the signs that something major could be coming. And for once, those signs are beginning to line up. This could be more than a speculative story. It could be the early stages of a financial reset that reshapes not just your personal wealth, but the economic landscape of entire regions. Whether or not the RV happens tomorrow, next week, or next month, this is a critical time to prepare. Those who are ready, organized, informed, and strategic will be in the best position to benefit. The opportunity may not come with flashing lights or major headlines, but it could arrive quietly, and when it does, being ready will make all the difference.